Good evening. Welcome. It's another Monday night with, there's only three of us here tonight over there. There's only three of us here tonight. One, two, three. Because Colin's not with us. He couldn't join us tonight. But never mind. We do hope Colin's watching and sat with a bottle of whatever he drinks and things like that. Sat with his feet up, slippers on, and he's okay.
Did you make me number 3 there? Was that Ted?
Just move yourself down.
I'm just wondering if I was 1, 2. Oh, you were obviously 1.
Hang on. 1. No, you're number 2.
I'm number 2. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You're a number 2.
2. Yeah. 3.
Sometimes I feel a little bit number 2, but it's all right.
Can either of you guys do the 3 without your little finger trying to pop up? I can't do it. I can't get my little finger to.
I can't do it without holding it down.
Yeah.
Can
Good,
you
just
do
checking.
Can you not move each finger independently when you want to?
Yeah.
No, I can't do that.
Can you do the Vulcan thing? That
Yeah,
easy.
but can you do that with moving that finger backwards and forwards?
No, it's called out.
Not that finger, that one.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Can you do it with the other hand?
Yeah. I think if we keep waving fingers at the screen, it's going to get
I'll take that as a no then.
I think we've probably just done about 18 different offensive languages in 10 different territories.
Nobody's noticed. It's fine. Nobody's watching.
Yeah, that's all right. Isn't it?
Yeah. So good evening to you all, you
Hello.
in Chatland and things like that. We're going to have a little bit of an easy night for us tonight. We're just going to sit back and we'll leave all the production and the rolling to you guys over in chat. It's tonight. It's ask us anything. We're here. We'll sit and we'll answer your questions.
Can we do ask each other anything so they can ask each other? The people in chat will answer as well.
Yeah, why not?
So we can just literally just sit here and do nothing. They can just talk amongst themselves in chat.
We'll sit here and let them ask each other in chat. Yeah.
What Ted's saying is, Ted's tired, Chris has got one contact lens, and I'm starving hungry because I've had no tea. So.
Chris can only see half of us tonight.
Yes, Chris can't respond to any chat tonight at all.
I can see half of the chat, but the other half I can't see at all, so it's fine.
Chris is like, the killer is... I can't read that bit.
Yeah, I have tried contact lenses myself, and they're fine. I can put them in, I can move them around, things like that, but I just can't seem to get them out. I know it's there. It's there.
I can't do it. The thought of putting my finger in my eye just makes me want to.
If you can't take them out, does that mean you've tried them 4 times? You're actually now wearing 4 contact lenses
from like 1998.
Just get thicker and thicker. So I actually, for the opticians once, I said, I can't get a contact lens out. Can I come round? Oh, it'll cost you 40 quid. Yeah, I'll just suffer. I'll keep going. Yeah.
No, my optician says to me once, "Do you want to try contact lens?" I'm like, no. The finger in no. What? No, I never want to put my finger in my eye ever. Thank you. No.
Yeah, well, I wanted it to go hill walking because I didn't want to wear glasses when it rains because your glasses just get covered in rain and you can't see anything. And then I thought I'd wear contact lenses, but yeah, I just don't answer it. But now I need a new prescription, so all the ones I've got are probably useless anyway.
But when you're on like Callum up a hill, you don't really need the good focus as long as you can see there's a hill.
Yeah, but you need to read the map to see where you're going.
Yeah, you just go green, brown, green, brown.
If you're going up a hill, then you don't need a map. You just keep going up until there isn't any more up.
Yeah, till there's no more up. And this cat...
I can hear the cat. Is that cat demanding to be fed?
The cat.
Get the cat up the ladder, Ted. Get him up the ladder so he can come on screen.
The cat is at the bottom of the ladder.
Will he go up the ladder? Will he come up and say hello?
No. You don't want. Yeah, I don't want to pick that cat up because that cat's dangerous. It's got claws and things. So there's no Colin tonight, but so we'll have to do without Festus factoids. But we will do the terms and conditions with Foxx down here. Somewhat, he's down there. We'll do the terms and conditions with Foxx, and then we'll get over for you lot in chat to ask us some questions. So get your questions ready, folks. Go on then. Over to you, Foxx. I'll have a snooze.
Meow. Yes, hello everyone, welcome to the Monday show. As always, it's just about you guys hanging out and chatting, having a good time. Please ask us lots and lots of things because, as we've explained, we really need you to get us to talk about stuff. Anyway, don't forget, if you're watching this is a show for eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs, all of them, every single one. eModels covers that gap. My left eye is watering and I don't know why, and it's really annoying me. So
my eye's fine. It's not my fault.
It's just this one eye is like going, I'm going to water now. This
Is
one's
that because
like,
you've been talking about
honestly.
putting your fingers in your eyes?
I know, my eyes going, ah. So yes, do come and join the live chat. If you're watching this embedded in Facebook or Twitter or somewhere else, and you want to join the live chat, just click on the little YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner down there somewhere. Just underneath Ted's left arm and a bit further down. And you can carry on watching and join the live chat. If you are in the live chat, don't forget, if you want to get our attention, please put your comment in big fat capital letters, because Chris can't see, Ted's half asleep, and my iPad's got tiny text on it. So put your comment in big fat capital letters, or as Ted would say,
Bold.
yep. And if you want to, you can just do a super chat. If you want to make sure we really don't mess your comment, just do a super chat by clicking the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a coloured box, and there's no way for us to miss it then. But don't forget, it is a show for eModels.co.uk, so please keep it clean in chat, it's family friendly, and please don't discuss other model retailers in the chat, because that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's it. Be
And
nice.
don't forget, if they haven't got it, ask them, and they can probably get it for you.
Yeah. If you haven't got it, you don't need it, and if you do need it, they'll get it for you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Now, it's worth. Now, don't forget, it's worth sticking around tonight, because obviously we're going to have the what's in store, but we have got another giveaway this week, and we'll show you what we're giving away this week.
Giveaway.
Yeah, so you need to make sure you watch right to the end.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, I think you've just said that we'll do a what's in store. So yeah.
Yes, I've got the what's in store. Now it's my
Foxx
what's in
has a
store
what's in
tonight.
store.
Yeah.
We have a
Oh, that's
question
it.
from the Bobbins. The Bobbins says, question, I have just eaten a bag of salted caramel cookies. Was this the right thing to do?
Yes.
Definitely. But
Yes.
did you have any water with it? If you didn't have any water with it, you'll need to drink lots.
Well,
Yeah.
salted caramel cookies. Drink coffee with it.
I can't eat a whole packet of salted caramel or anything, because I like
I
it
could.
in small quantities, yes. I go for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I could quite easily. Have you seen in a certain store in town, you can get a box of broken biscuits? Have you ever bought the boxes of broken biscuits?
Well, I bought a box of biscuits that turned out to be a box of broken biscuits when I got it home,
Yeah.
because I
Did you
just
break
jammed
it?
it in my rucksack.
There's
I may have
Yeah.
placed lots of things on top of it in the rucksack.
Yeah, there's sort of things that you put in the kitchen, and then every time you go in the kitchen, you need to dip in the box for another biscuit, and then you seem to need to find excuses to go in the kitchen just so you can go in the box for another
Well, I don't
biscuit.
get a chance, you see, because in this house, our biscuit barrel. Here's the question then: what is your biscuit? My biscuit barrel is a Warhammer 40,000 ammo crate with a big eagle on the front, and it's got all like bullet damage on it, and that's Mama Fox's biscuit barrel. But that sits on the table in front of Mama Fox, and I don't get anywhere near it.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, there's a question. Question for the chatters. What is your biscuit barrel? I don't
Yeah.
really have a biscuit barrel.
Do you not have a special container?
No, they don't last long enough. Packet gets opened, and then
We,
And then the
we used to have
packet's
little
empty.
plastic. We used to have plastic Tupperware tubs when I was a kid. Yellow things with the spirally lid. That was our biscuit barrel, but that's long gone now.
yeah. I suppose we do have some Tupperware boxes that, if biscuits last more than a day, they go in there. But,
It was a biscuit tube. I have learned one thing as well. In the recent weeks, because Mama Fox suddenly starts liking biscuits. There's been a lot of biscuit consumption in this house. I have learned that when you've got a chocolate biscuit like a chocolate digestive or a hobnob, they really don't work with tea, but they really do work with coffee.
No, they work with tea as well.
No, because I've been eating chocolate digestive and a swig of tea, and it tastes like seaweed. It's like,
No, you're doing it
doesn't
wrong.
really
I don't know how,
No,
but you're doing it wrong.
doing it right. Doing it right.
The Bobbins also finishes Airfix both at the Torpedo Bummer. Where's my dinger thing? Yeah, so don't forget, if you finish the thing, you can get a ding, even though we're doing a Ask Us Anything questions.
Now, Ted, I get a ding this week.
Oh, what have you finished?
It's not finished. Oh, that might be finished.
I finished my Macarius Vanquisher.
Oh, that looks very nice. I have been watching the progress on Facebook.
It's all dusty and dirty. That's been done now.
Oh, well
I've got to be careful because it's 3.5 tons of resin and I don't want to drop it. So I'll have that ding. Thank you very much. There you go. Although I do have to do the figures for it, but they came separately, so they don't count as part of that kit.
No, they don't count.
No, I still get the ding.
Yeah. So we've had one question in the chat. Do feel free to ask us anything.
Anders Ericsson does say with the salted caramel cookies, you should have a big glass of milk. I would agree. Chocolate biscuits and caramel biscuits with milk.
No, I'm not a milk drinker. I can't drink milk. No.
Yeah. See, we drink semi-skimmed in this house because we're all trying to be healthy. But if I've got a big stash of chocolate biscuits, I will just specially get myself a little bottle of full fat artery hardening milk just because it's so nice. Chocolate digestive and a big swig of.
Yeah. Now they do say that Oreos are the thing to dip in milk. I've never experienced the Oreo.
Oh
milk
no, Oreos.
experience.
American biscuits, bland, tasteless chocolate. Oh no.
Yeah, it's just an American thing.
No.
Lee
McVitie's
Barrett-
chocolate digestives and chocolate hobnobs. There you go. That's proper
Yeah.
biscuits.
Lee Barrett says he's finished it to me at Luftwaffe Ace.
Bing.
There we go.
Retro Rabbit says the Mr. Christie cookie factory used to be near my house, so we'd get huge bags of seconds, hundreds of cookies for $8 ish. Not there anymore, sadly. Oh.
Oh.
Paul Ditter says that biscuits never last long enough to need a barrel. Then you're not buying enough biscuits.
Yeah. That must be a good job. Mind you, you'd get sick of it, wouldn't you? It'd be like working in a chocolate factory. If you got a job in a biscuit factory, would you gorge yourself on chocolates and biscuits and things like that? And then
My sister-in-law got a job at the Cadbury's factory once, and she was on the production line, and they said you're allowed to take as much off the production line as you want. And she said that was great for the first week. After that, you never wanted to eat chocolate again, and that's what they count on. You see, they say you can pick off chocolate as you're working. We don't care. You do it for about 3 days, and then you don't feel like you ever want to eat chocolate again after that.
Yeah. Oh, where we are. Candy Grab says he's a ceramic R2D2 cookie jar from '77, but it's kind of collectible, so it doesn't put cookies in it now. Does it say anything? Does it bleep when you open the top?
Not in 1977, it didn't. You're lucky it looked a little bit like R2.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't even have electricity in them days, Ted. You know that. You were lucky if it came in colour. Michael Jackman says he's finished his A10 Thunderbolt 2.
Did we do that one?
Nope.
No.
Well, what happened there?
What was that?
I did something.
you dinged your dinger. There you go.
Yeah.
No, Michael did send an email in earlier on to the TED email address. You may have seen that pop up. That's why it's familiar. Let's have a look. Paul Ditter says bench. Oh yeah, bench and belly, folks. I was waiting for Ted there to fill out the rest of that sentence.
Where are we up to? Bench? Finish the...
No, I was going to get you to do the blurb about bench and belly.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. I was just trying to work out. Bench. Finish. Sorry, start again.
Bench and belly, folks. Tell us what's on your bench, what you're working on, and what's in your belly. We don't really care about the bench bit that much, but it's a modelling show, so we have to ask. We really care about the food bit.
Yeah.
But we need all the details.
Yeah, what he said.
So, Ted, what does Paul Ditter say?
Paul Ditter says, bench, finish the RoboCop resin at 3D print.
There you go.
Now working on the Blade Runner Blaster.
He does miss out the belly bit there, which is the bit we really care about.
Well, yeah, we don't really care about that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Richard Thomas Scale Model World says 58 watching, 12 thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up because it shows you like it and it gets us higher in the ratings for YouTubes and things like that. So
Yep, it means the channel gets more recommended if more people give thumbs up.
And if you are out there in Chatland and you haven't joined us or you haven't ever come in and said hello, do feel free. Do come and say hello. We won't bite.
Well, we might.
You don't have to know anything about modelling because we obviously don't. So yeah, so do come and say hello if you're just out there hovering around, or we've just popped up on your recommendations and you've decided to come in and see what we're all about.
Yeah. Now Paul Ditter comes back and says belly chili, but that's nowhere near enough detail, Paul. You know how it works. We need all the details. Chili, the rice, the other bits.
I'm feeling hungry now because I didn't eat tea because I've not long been in from work and I've been very busy, so I haven't had a chance to get my own tea yet. So in my belly, nothing.
Yeah. So give us all the full details of the chili so we can sit there and get even more hungry, Paul.
Yeah. But don't forget, it's question time tonight. Time to ask us anything. Anything at all. But we don't do politics. We don't do sport because we don't know anything about sport.
We don't do religion.
We don't do
Ow.
religion.
I did stub my toe. That hurt. Ow.
How did you stub your toe while you're sitting down?
Because I moved my leg and it went off my...
Yeah, you've got to start and be like me, sitting in a chair, then you just suddenly get cramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's age. Oh, yeah.
I always get cramp just as I'm about to drop off to sleep, which is really annoying. Or just as I'm about to wake up. in the morning. I think, right, I'll wake up and then I'll go back to sleep for an hour. Oh no, now I'll be awake for the rest of the day now because I'm in agony. So yeah. Yeah, but yeah, ask us lots of questions. Doesn't have to be about model making. You can ask us anything you want. For the love of dog, please ask us questions. It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah, and it could be as obscure or as stupid as you want, and we'll try and answer it.
Because we haven't got any Festus factoids tonight, so we need to
we've
get
got
somebody
another
to pad it
quarter
out.
out of Phil before it's time for Fox's.
And if we don't know the answer to your question, we'll just make up an answer and sound convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
So that's most questions will have made up answers.
That's a skill. That's a skill about it. Just sound convincing, so everybody believes you.
Yeah.
Where are we up to? Paul Ditter says Billy Chili. Oh, we've done that one.
We've done that one.
We're not that pushed for time that we need to repeat things that blatantly.
Ted, I hear the pillow calling. Do 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 do.
Richard Thomas, Scale Model World, bench a Tamiya 124th Master RX 7, belly, fish fingers, chips, and baked beans. Oh, yeah, quite fancy that now.
Yeah. I made Mum of. Go on.
Carry. I was just going to say, as that's a Mazda RX-7, I'm going to go now. It's my turn. The Mazda RX-7 is obviously a car, but it sounds like a Gundam.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's the EFSF RX-7 Gundam assault version.
It definitely sounds like a thing, but yes.
Yeah, I was going to say I made Mum Fox a fish finger butty for dinner.
Oh, I feel like a fish finger chip butty now. Yeah. Keith Palfrey, bench is still the mobile wagon. The Mobilwagen.
Mobilwagen, ja, das ist richtig.
Billy was steak and old peculiar.
Oh, I like a bit of old peculiar.
Yeah, yeah.
We know why that is.
Bottle of old peculiar, please. Yeah, remember there was a train at Keighley that you could get, and the Keighley and Worth Family Railway had a buffet car in the middle of it that just served beer, so you could go up and down the track all day on a steam train drinking.
The menu was like beer, £10. Beer, see above. Peter Berg says bench in between kits, but a couple of HON3 logging cars are probably the next victims. Belly buffalo chicken pizza. We need to explain buffalo chicken pizza because it sounds fantastic and I don't know what it is.
Buffalo chicken is like
big
it's a
chickens?
slightly spicier chicken.
Buffalo sized.
I'm just having weird images in my brain. Did you know though the word buffalo is the word that you there is a record for the longest sentence that makes grammatical sense that you can write with one single word, and it's the word buffalo, because it's both a noun and a verb and an adjective
like
and other things.
Just buffalo like 17 times or something.
Yeah, it's like buffalo, 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 because it's a verb and a noun, and so it's like apparently the longest sentence you can write one word involves the word buffalo. It's about 8 times, I think, and it still makes grammatical sense. It's not just random string of words.
To buffalo is a form of locomotion, and obviously a buffalo is an animal, and it's also a place, and there's something else as well that it. Oh, yeah.
It's also a great word.
I must write it down and try and work it out one day.
Yeah, and if you cross it with an elephant, do you get a buffalump?
And ilalo.
I think I like a buffalump. Buffalump. Did you say what Paul Ditter confirmed his chili was? 4 meat chili. 4 meat chili. Plain rice, 2 large beers, nom nom nom. We need to know what kind of meat.
Yeah, and the beers.
Only joking, only joking, only joking. Yeah, 4 meat chili. Ooh, plain rice, 2 large beers.
Now, Pete Bergs comes in with a really serious modelling question.
Oh, we're knackered now then, aren't we?
Yeah, we don't know the answer, but somebody in chat might. Who makes a good 1/24th or larger kit of the 1930 Auto Union race cars? Somebody in chat might help you with that one, Peter. Because, we don't know.
I mean, 1/24th is the purview of companies like Tamiya and Italeri, and that kind of car, not really Revell, because they don't really do those kind of vintage car that much.
What I would do is go is find the kit, find a couple of kits that you're interested in on the internet, and then go to ScaleMates and they'll do reviews on them on there for you. Tell you which kit.
And then if you do find a specific kit and it's not in eModels, just drop them an email or fill out the contact form and say, I would like you to get this kit for me, and they'll be like, we'll do that for you. and then we'll order it and we'll get it for you. Because they can do that. Even if it's something they don't stock, they can normally get it in stock for you because they have distribution with most of the manufacturers. So, but yes, if anybody in chat knows a good 1/24 or larger kit of the 1930 Auto Union race cars, whatever they may be, this is why we can't answer the question because we haven't got a clue. He does boats. I do Warhammer, and he does anything else that isn't
as little as possible.
Yeah, little as possible. Yeah.
It might be a model show, but we don't know anything about modelling.
Welcome to a model-based show where we know nothing about anything.
Phil Lewis says, Billy, homemade egg fried rice, followed by trifle. Oh, I don't like trifle. I don't like custard trifle.
Ted, just turn your camera off and go away now. You can't be involved anymore if you don't like trifle. How can you not like trifle?
Can't do trifle. No.
It's jam and cream and flaky things
I could do it if it doesn't have
squirty cream.
I could do it if it doesn't have custard in it. But
It's got to have custard in
Chris-
it, or it's not trifle.
Chris, is this normal that people don't like trifle? Or is
It's not normal at all. No,
here?
it's just not right. In fact, excuse me, I'll just. There we go.
Yes,
sorted now.
that's much better.
100%
There we
trifle
go.
team back on action yet.
Team trifle. Ted just gets the finger of shame now.
Paul Dizzer
Anyway,
has a question.
it's-
He says, "What are you boys reading, and what's your favourite TV show?" That's two questions technically, but yeah. There you go.
two questions.
Okay.
One.
I've read it. I'll start. Reading.
You start.
At the moment, I started reading the Shepherd's Crown, the final Discworld book, when it came out about 5 years ago, and I haven't finished it yet. I keep getting distracted and not really wanting to finish it because it's the last one. So I think I mentally don't want it to finish, so I keep stopping and then having to start again and then stopping and keep going again. TV, I'll watch most anything really.
Reading, I haven't really read a book in years. I mean, I'm partly because my eyesight got to the point where it was struggle to read.
What was the last book you read? The one that was the one about Run, John, Run. John can run.
No,
this is a ball.
I think the last physical book I read, because I used to read a lot of John Grisham and stuff like that, and Stephen King and things. But the last physical book I actually read was an absolute crappy book about the Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. By George Norrie and some other guy. It was all like conspiracy theory rubbish, but I just read it because it was amusing and pathetic. But so that was the last physical book I read, I think. Unless you count the books that you read in Skyrim, but that's not the same. And what am I watching at the minute? I'm working my way through Castle again, just for something to watch. I did watch the latest episode of Time Team, which is the new episode. And I've just started watching Daredevil because I realised I'd never watched Daredevil, and I like Marvel stuff. I like Marvel stuff now, the MCU stuff. So I've just started watching Daredevil as well to see what that's like. Yeah. But no, I've not read a book for years.
I have a thing where I'll pick up a book and read one book after another, and then stop, and I won't read for ages. But the last book I read was a book called Armchair General. You're an Armchair General. What the book is, it's quite strange. Not strange, but it's written in a way that you read a paragraph. And it explains it's about the war. Can you beat the Nazis? And you read a section of it, and then it says, do you follow what Churchill says, or do you follow what somebody else says?
Ah, right. It's a choose your own adventure book.
I was going to say it's a choose your own adventure for adults, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you turn to Churchill and you read it through.
It's the sequel to Death Trap Dungeon. Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember. Oh God, do you remember those old choose your own adventures? Go on. Then what are you watching, Ted?
What am I watching?
Also, were you a Nazi or were you Churchill? Did you turn out?
I can't remember because I put it down and I haven't finished it. I never picked it back up. So
I don't want to spoil it, but the Nazis lost. Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't picked it back up yet.
Also, this stream has now been completely demonetized.
Yeah, I think what I'll need to do is start it again when I pick it up. What am I watching? I don't tend to watch a lot of TV, but when I do, I watch old sitcoms like Dad's Army, Good Life, that sort of thing. Just watch UK drama, but that's about it. I don't really watch a lot of TV. Maybe I'll watch an Ealing comedy or something like that.
Wow.
I'm not
Very
following.
retro.
Yeah, I'm not following anything at the moment. So,
Now,
yeah.
talking about books, I've just had a flashback memory, and I'm going to ask you a question based on this. I had a flashback memory of reading a book many years ago called The House of Leaves. I don't know why I read it, but I read it, and it was a fiction book, and I understood none of it. It totally confused me and made no sense at all. So, has there ever been a book that you've read from cover to cover and sat back and gone, I've no idea what that was all about and what happened?
Yeah, I sometimes get halfway through a book and then I think I haven't a clue what this book's on about.
I did
yeah,
try and
I've
read the Brief History of Time and got about a third of the way through it and thought, they're words. I understand all of the words, but not in that order.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I'm going to guess you got to the bit about 11-dimension reality, and then that's
I
when you
can't
fell off a little
remember
bit.
exactly how far. I think I blocked most of it from
the
my
words
mind
are,
now.
the
But
words
yeah.
are going in the eyes, but the brain isn't registering them.
Yeah. I mean, A House of Leaves was like a sort of pseudo thriller horror story type thing, but on each page there were annotations by the character, and it was like it got really confusing because you had an annotation in the text in the page, and then an annotation there, and then that one's from that one, and this one's annotated, and that was hard work, and I still didn't know what was going on by the end of it.
Anyway, let's go back to the chat, see what's
Yes.
in there. Oh,
So we're getting some good conversations out from the chat tonight.
yeah. A question says, Anders, now then, when most of the pandemic restrictions are gone, where will your first vacation trip go?
I don't really go anywhere, so I'd probably say my local Warhammer store.
Yeah.
I've not been there for
really
3
go away
years.
for holidays and that for years now.
Yeah, get on the train and come back to Ulverston.
Actually, you tell you what, Ted, when we're fully free, I'll meet you at the Chippy Bank in Ulverston, and we'll have because I've not had for 25 years since I've had scampi and chips from the Chippy Bank.
We'll have scampi and chips sitting at the Chippy Bank
With their special sort of weird sauce that was mayonnaise with herbs in it.
Yeah, and then we'll go across the road to the King's Pub.
Well, any of the pubs, there's all of them.
Any pub. Yeah.
We'll watch some Laurel and Hardy in the museum, and then we'll.
So, Chris, where would you go?
I don't really do holidays, not for many years. It's yeah.
Well, maybe not a holiday then. Where would you actually go that you haven't been able to go to? Like a
I
favourite
went to
restaurant
Legoland
or
yesterday. That was as travelling as we got. So
What's at
that was quite
Legoland?
good. Huh?
Yeah.
What's at Legoland?
Land and some Lego.
Cool. That sounds great. It would be funny if we hadn't made that joke before we went live, but never mind.
It wasn't funny the first time, to be honest. So.
No, I thought I'd try it with the public, but you know.
Yeah, I suppose as for me, when the price of fuel drops, I'll be getting the motorhome polished up, and we'll be heading off wherever the route should take us. We will just go.
The difficulty is, Ted, you live in a sort of I was going to say holiday destination, but not really holiday destination. But you live in the part of the world where people go to get away. So.
Yeah. We live in the Lake District anyway, so we get to the end of the street and we think, oh, we're here.
Commute was brilliant. Yeah, but it's like when you go on holiday, you just go and hang out in like Manchester city centre or Leeds train station or somewhere for a different. You did actually because we got sidetracked by your illegal trifle comments. Phil Lewis did also say his bench is the Das Werk 116 Stug 3 Ausführung J. Which in English is the Stug 3 Aus G.
That's good.
But now I know that Aus is Ausführung, I can't not say Ausführung because I like to show off.
Andy M says, Billy, chili and garlic baguette. Bench, Anigrad, 1/144th Alexei KM Extroplane.
It's like Colin's here, isn't it?
I got most of that. Yeah,
you got some of the letters right.
I got some of the letters in the right order.
That's that big dirty great plane that's supposed to hover over the water, isn't it?
Yeah,
big dirty great plane thing.
Peter
Bergs confirms that buffalo chicken is mostly hot sauce covered wings, but you can use the sauce instead of pizza sauce to make a fantastic bite of food.
Oh, sounds nice.
Yes. Sounds like food, which is what I need right now.
Chili sounds good, so that's what I'll be eating in a couple of hours, says Candy.
Yep, that's how these things work. People mention food in our chat, and next thing you know, everybody in chat who hasn't eaten will be eating all the things that people have mentioned. That's why everybody eats meatballs all the time. It's like a little circular thing. Peter Berg says, I've seen the Auto Unions available in 143rd from a lot of places, but never found a mass market large scale version. Technically, it's small scale.
Well,
Big models is small scale, tiny models is large. It's the small.
I'll take it either way. I don't really mind about that.
Yeah.
I can understand both points of view.
Yeah. Trifle is vile, says Gemma.
Yeah, this is why I can leave trifle in the fridge for a day and it will still be there tomorrow. Yeah.
I can't believe. How can you not? Oh.
I don't know. I mean, she likes all the individual parts of trifle.
So she likes jam and cream and custard and almonds and
jelly and
jam.
It's all
jelly.
Yeah.
And it all comes out the same once you've eaten it all separately. So
no, I'm afraid it's all down to the trifle, all down to the custard that puts me off trifle. It's because it was inflicted upon you in primary school.
Ted, show me on the doll where the custard touched you. How can you not like custard? Oh, Andy M also says trifle isn't nice. We're just.
Yeah, but the bobbin says I like trifle.
Yeah, Paul Ditter says you don't like trifle. What dark god do you worship that demands this of you?
Yeah, I just don't do trifle.
Anders on the recently in the chat there says, "Oh, how I wonder why my diet Mondays crashed."
I can't imagine why. Paul Ditter says birds trifle will have you doubting the existence of a benevolent god for sure, but trifle, proper trifle, it's awesome. Yeah, even if it's just like off the shelf at Tesco's trifle, it's good.
Yeah, it's all right if it's a sherry trifle. You can dive straight into the bottom and get the sherry soaked biscuits.
See, don't forget, Ted, you could have a trifle that had the jelly made with gin.
Yeah, and cherry soaked biscuits.
Yeah. See, now you're having thoughts. Even you'd be like, I'll suffer the custard.
Yeah, I'll just separate the custard. Yeah.
Donald McKenzie says he's unclean with chocolate velociraptor at the moment and struggling to sleep, and bought all the Raymond Benson 007 novels at 0300 hours this morning. You'll be reading them then.
Yeah, never go on Amazon or anything at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Never gonna end well.
I did recently buy a load of books off the Games Workshop Black Library. Downloaded them and then realised I can't read them because I don't have an e-reader. So that was money well spent. And there's a load of Deathcore books. I'm like, oh, read them. That'd be great. Oh, I can't read them. Oh well.
Well, then people run into books.
Death Trap Dungeon was the best, says Paul Ditter. And then he says, I need to stop shouting because he was in caps.
I tried reading Cloud Atlas. No idea what that was about. Yeah, it's not much fun reading Atlas, really.
Wait, isn't that a character in Final Fantasy or something?
I've seen the film. I didn't understand that, so I wouldn't.
Is that an Ayn Rand book or something? I can't remember. Also, where is that comment? I can't find it.
It's there by the bobbins.
Yeah. I've jumped.
Oh, it's all right. My chat was unupdated. Yes, everybody in chat. Have you ever read a book that made you just go, "Huh"? I remember reading Stephen King's The Dark Tower once, and I never got to finish it because halfway through it just restarted. Like got to page 223, and it was like, "And we'll start again." I'm like, "What?" They'd misprinted it, and I got half of the book, and then the first half again. I was
right.
It wasn't.
I was a bit like that when I was reading the Song of Ice and Fire books by old
George R.R.
I read the first 2 or 3 books, and then the third or the fourth one basically started with whole new characters that we hadn't met before, and it felt like a new series. It was like, I just can't get into this.
I do remember once reading Foucault's Pendulum by some poncy 1990s author that would have been on one of the book review show type thing. We're going to read, and that was like, eh. And I did read the Da Vinci Code, which was garbage.
I quite enjoyed them.
Oh yeah, I read the Da Vinci Code.
And there was some book about coincidences and synchronicity, and it was supposed to be a life-changing fiction book that makes you. And I was like, yeah, that was garbage.
I know what Mrs. Ted did buy me at Christmas. She bought me a book of old sailors' tales.
Oh God, this is going to be on next week's show now, isn't it?
Thinking it would be nice and interesting for me. It was a book written of old sailors' tales, and it was written in the language of yore. You I give up reading it because I just couldn't understand it at times. The S's look like F's and things like that.
I've got a copy somewhere of in this house. Somewhere I've got a copy of the Tales of Reynard the Fox in Middle English from. It's like from like 18 something or other, but it's written in the original Middle English, in the Chaucerian English, and it's all kind of written in sort of prose, but it's like just stories, and it's fun to try and read because you kind of get the gist. It's like parables and stories, but you get the gist of it. But you learn words like ween, which I think means believe or hope. Ween.
I have, for some reason, lying on my bench, a brief for the prosecutions for the Cumberland and Midsummer Sessions, 1881, and for the Queen and the prosecution of Isaac Bird, Superintendent of Police, against Thomas Pritchard for larceny.
Oh.
Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
Just happen to have that sitting there.
Oh, it's got wiggly writing.
It's all handwritten.
Oh.
And it's all written in Old English.
Awesome. Look at that.
So,
I'll see if I can find my Reynard the Fox book next week and try and read you some Chaucerian English.
It's a bill of costs for the prosecution, which came to £14, 12 shillings and 11 pence. That was the prosecution bill. £1, 6 shillings.
And the cat says meow.
Cat doesn't like you reading that.
Why that's on my bench, I don't know.
Jeff Light says homemade trifle, yum yum yum. Because don't forget, Ted, if you make your own trifle, you cannot put custard in it and put as much gin in as you want and share it.
Yeah, Mrs. Ted has made me trifles in the past without custard. Skip.
I feel it's my duty to point out that time is ticking past and we haven't done what's in store yet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's have a quick overview of the chat to make sure there's nothing important. Saren is in and says, just finished a Das Werk 116 Stug. Get a ding for finishing it. Now on his bench, a Meng, or their bench, a Meng 9K37M1 book.
Is that finished?
No, it's on the
No,
bench
it's just
now.
started.
Paul Ditter says, Angel Delight tastes like sad feels. Angel Delight butterscotch. Oh,
it's butterscotch.
Oh, I did gallons of that. I think that's. And Rabbit's going to make chili cheese nachos tonight. Do we need to go and do what's in store? Are you gently trying to push us into?
I'm just thinking that Ted might fall asleep if we go on too long.
Yes, this is true. Let me do my screen share then.
Yeah, my stomach keeps rumbling, so if you can hear the cat over my stomach.
Meow.
Yeah, well, Andy M says he's drinking gin, watching us while he's drinking gin, and practicing throwing darts at the same time.
Throw your darts.
Fair enough.
Throw your darts. No, in one.
In one. Right. It's time for nonsense. It's time for what's in store. Now, it's my what's in store means we've got to do my own introduction, which is just rubbish. Yes, it's time for what's in store. That time of the show when we parade in front of your very looking eyes of seeing some wonderful delights from the eModels.co.uk website, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs.
There's lots of them.
Yes. There is an theme, as always. Now, in honour of Colin, who isn't here, I've made the theme dead simple. You can't go wrong. Trust me. And what we'll do is I'll go through all the items in store, and when we've finished, I'll come back and I'll say, what's the theme tonight? Go. And then the first person to answer correctly will get a large vacuum tube pod full of nothing. Have you warmed up the vacuum tubes, Ted?
Yep.
Have you sent up a test hamster just to make sure?
There we go.
That didn't sound like it survived more than a few inches, that one. It went a bit wrong, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Your suction may be a bit too high.
It's on. I think it's stuck in the corner. Yeah, it's gone now.
Yep, so if somebody keep an eye, you'll probably have a hamster popping through your vacuum tube. So make sure your vacuum tubes are turned on in case you win. But if you answer before I come back and say go, you'll just get the finger of shame.
And you're getting out.
Yeah, you get nout. You get nout. Yeah, if you break the rules, you get something instead of nothing. So there will be a theme. It's going to be really easy. So don't overthink it. It's probably going to be really obvious. So first tonight we have the first obviously item. Cashier number 1 is the FMS 800mm P51D Big Beautiful Doll ARTF version 2 with reflex gyro and 016P-ref.
Now, when I saw you send the links over, I didn't open the links and I just saw Big Beautiful Doll. I thought, oh.
You got all excited, didn't you, Flesh Tones?
I didn't know eModels were doing those. I know what my next build's going to be.
Oh, I must claim my basket out. So yes, this is an remote control plane. But it's one of them remote control planes. If you're wanting to get into RC flying, it's a great way to do it because it's not the most expensive thing, and it's one of them foam ones. It's like
right.
so if you crash it, it's probably going to be fine. It's basically it's light yet resilient EPP construction. It'll take much punishment and bounce right back into the air. Now it's kind of awesome. You could weather it up if you want to repaint it, but it's a lovely looking thing. And if you're looking at getting into remote control flying. Normally, when you buy an RC plane, it's like £1 billion, and you build it, and then you fly it and crash it once, and then life's over. Then,
yeah,
because...
that's why I took to building model boats instead of model planes because you'd spend 6 months building it and 10 minutes crashing it.
Yeah. So if you wanted to maybe try your hand at a bit of RC flying, but you don't want to spend hundreds of months building and then destroy your hard work, give one of these a try. It does not come with the radio system. Most remote control kits don't come with the radio, so you need to get the controllers and stuff like that. And you will need to get a system, a lithium PO battery. I can't remember what LiPo stands for, and a charger. So you need to get the battery, and it'll be in the instructions. If you're not sure, you can chat to the guys at eModels. They'll let you know because they are RC stockists and specialists, so they'll let you know. But if you're thinking about getting into a bit of
I think Pete Mate's the specialist in RC models, isn't he?
Yeah. So if you've been thinking about getting into a bit of RC, then it's a good way to get yourself into it. It's a good. I don't know how big this is. Does it say how big it is?
I would guess that it's 800mm.
It does say that somewhere. Yes, 800mm. There you go. Is that like 8? That's 80.
It's almost a meter,
or almost 8 units of a certain size. It's got, let's have a look, full bay propeller, reinforced main landing gear. Reinforced is the important word. Landing gear snaps on and off easily to convert from plane from runway to belly lander. You can land them if it's on grass, you can land it on the belly. Fuel tanks attached to the wing with a slide mount so you can take them off. It's got lots of servos and there's lots of things in there that mean nothing to me at all because I don't do RC.
You can actually, I don't know if eModels actually do it, but you can get a computer program for your computer that you can actually fly radio controlled aircraft with the handset, with a proper handset. So you can practice first on your computer, then you can go out.
It does say assembly time is approximately an hour and you get about 6 minutes flight time out of a standard battery. And lots of other facts. So yeah, if you've been looking at getting into 31.5 inches, if you've been looking at getting into a bit of RC flying, give it a go. Bit of fun. Next up, so that's the FMS 800mm P51D Big Beautiful Doll. Let's just move on from that one. Next up, we have the BPK, the Big Plane Kits Bombardier CRJ 700.
Bombardier, I like that
Bombardier. It looks like they made the front bit too long on this. I don't know anything about planes. There's no information on it.
It looks like a Learjet that's had a cut and shunt, doesn't it?
It's been to the chop shop. It's like, why did you put the wings? Oh, we put them too far back. Well, it'll fly. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just put some more thrust on the engines. It'll fly.
Yeah. So this is the Big Planes Kits 172nd Bombardier, if you like your aircraftings. BPK. I never heard of BPK.
Never heard.
No, I'm gonna guess they specialise in big planes.
Big plane kits.
In kits of big planes. I assume it's kits of big planes, not big.
I'm guessing the nice thing about that kit is you won't need any nose weights in it.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Actually, you might do. It depends. But yeah, I don't know if it means it's a big plane kits or big plane kits. So you need to know where the emphasis is. But it looks quite.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I mean. It could be a kit of a big plane, or it could be a big kit of a plane. So, but yeah, no, it's 172, so it's going to be quite a nice big plane for you to make. And that's all I can think of to say about that one. I don't know anything about the plane itself.
I just need to say bombardier again.
Bombardier. Although it seems a bit weird having a civilian plane called a bombardier.
Bombardier.
It's like having the new Boeing Airbus called Tank Destroyer. What? Well, it makes no sense. Next up, we have the Revell 187 big boy locomotive.
Oh, my lad got this many years ago. He got this. Yeah, we never built it. It was too big.
It's a big boy. I think we've shown this a few times. It's a goodly kit. It's a good chunky kit. If you ever wanted to make a bit of a train model.
167. It comes in at is that HO?
No, it's a Revell scale. It's 187.
Yeah,
It's a
176
scale in that
double,
we made a kit and then we worked out what the scale was.
Yeah, so when it says 187, it might or might not be 187. I bought the 114 land speeder, which was 124th scale. So it's around about a certain size. It's Revell. It's quite big though. It's quite a big chunky kit. Not exactly a complicated build, but it's a great thing to practice weathering and just get loads of weathering and stuff on it. You'll have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
Because it's, trains are dirty and chunky and covered in dirt and dust. You can practice all your streaking grimes and your road grimes underneath on the bogies and stuff.
I do remember there was lots and lots of sprues in the box when I bought. I don't think it ever even got started. I don't know where it's gone, but.
It's got a one-piece boiler, separate butterfly damper. That sounds good. Detailed driver cab, pony trucks, movable. It's got a cow catcher. It's got a front cow catcher, but better than a rear cow catcher, I suppose. Finely detailed reproduction tracks for about 48 centimeters length, and it's got the decals for 2 Union Pacific versions. And there you go. So yeah, a bit of fun there. If you're a bit of something unusual, if you want to get something that you can weather up and look all grungy and grimy, or you could make it clean, but that seems pretty boring if you did that. It's 30 quid. You can't go wrong. So there you go. And don't forget, of course, a couple of things I forgot to mention. First of all, we don't know how many of anything is in stock. So if any of these tickle your fancy, don't hang around.
Slap it in your basket.
And don't forget,
it's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, so if anything tickles your fancy, get it in your basket straight away and get it checked out. Because if they've got one in stock and you take your time, somebody else can come and buy it from out of your basket. So don't forget. And don't forget, of course, item number 3 is the one you're contractually obliged to buy anyway, even if you don't want to buy anything. So you're all buying a train, just so you know. Next up, we have the Tamiya 116th US main battle tank, M1A2 Abrams display model. It is the big one. It's from...
Massive big tank.
Massive big tank, that's what it stands for. This is one of Tamiya's big scale kits. This comes in 2 versions. You can buy, there's this one, or there's the remote control one, which is £1,000.
Yeah. I think this one comes with the aluminium hull, though, doesn't it?
I think it does, but the difference with this one is it comes with no remote control stuff involved, and probably doesn't have. It does have the same engine mechanisms, lots and lots of metal parts and brass parts and aluminium parts on this. It's basically the same as the remote control one without the remote control gubbins.
Yeah. I suppose if you've got the skills, you could actually make this one remote control yourself.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. Yeah. Now, it is a dirty, great big tank. One saving grace, though, it comes with pre-assembled metal tracks.
Not
which is metal tracks with rubber shoes and resin pins, track pins. So you've saved yourself the assembly part of the tracks. So there you go. But it's only been out for a couple of years, I think, this kit. It's kind of legendary. Tamiya do excel at these enormous 116 scale tanks. There's not a lot of pictures to show you, really. It's got some bits of photo action, an aluminium drill barrel for bigness. The actual remote control version is also in stock. If you want to get the RC version, it is in stock. It does come with lights and a movable barrel and things like that, the movable gun on the front. And that's twice as much. But it is in stock if that's the one you want. But if you just want the display model that looks absolutely massive and awesome, this is your option. It's a real proper treat yourself kit, this one. Let's have a look and see. It says it is 61.5 centimeters long, 23 wide, height 190. Marvel at the highly accurate big scale depiction of the M1A2's angular form. That's just an instruction. Yeah. It's telling you have to do that. You must marvel at the angular form.
Massive. It says in the details, massive. 1/16th scale allows highly accurate recreation of the M1A2 and its angular low-profile form. So you can read that with my eyes.
Yeah, it says the model utilizes durable aluminium alloy lower hull or aluminum if you're American.
Which is quite good because of a model of that weight, with having the aluminium hull, it will actually give it the model a bit of weight. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to weigh a ton because it's basically the RC version without all the mechanical parts.
So,
It does say metal parts include suspension components such as drive sprockets, torsion bars, and suspension arms. Double pin tracks are pre-assembled, combining resin links with metal link pins. Oh, I got it the wrong way around. Resin links with metal link pins and connectors, plus rubber pads. Aluminium part to recreate the 120mm smoothbore gun barrel, plus photo etch, and 2 marking options to create Iraqi warm M1A2 tanks.
You've got to give them bonus points for using the word plethora as well.
Yeah, plethora or plethora, whichever way you prefer. Look at that.
So go on. You know,
Proper working suspensions. Lots of dirty, great big guns. Now, obviously, this hasn't been weathered, so you'd need to weather it. So imagine what fun you could have weathering this. It'd take you weeks. It's going to be massive. You've seen how big Ted's 1/16 scale Tiger was. Your a Panzer IV?
Yeah, Panzer IV. Well, the Oshkosh, that was 1/16 scale. So
But I'm just thinking, if you imagine how big an Abrams is compared to, say, an Oshkosh or a Panzer IV, you can imagine how big this puppy's going to be. It's going to be huge. You could probably put your dog on top of it and get the dog to sit comfortably on top of it and drive it around. They do have the remote control version in stock as well if you want to go that far. But if not, you can still get yourself one of these. So that is the Tamiya 1/16 US main battle tank, big model series, M1A2 Abrams display model. Yes, that's going to be a once in a lifetime treat for you, that is. Next up, you knew there was going to be Warhammer.
Warhammer.
You knew. Now, I will say to people, I had a plan tonight. We were going to do a joke. I was going to do all Warhammer, but the theme was not going to be Warhammer. But I couldn't think of a theme to make all Warhammer. So you've got one. This is the Games Workshop Boys Orcs set. Orc Boys are like the lowest level of orcs before you get to like Grots and Gretchens. They're just the sort of the grunt troops. They've not fully got to become knobs yet. It's a thing. I'm not being rude. This is one of their sets of Orc Boys. You get 10 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, get 9 boys and 1 boss. All beautifully detailed, as always. Beautiful. This is the new Orc Boys set. It's not the 20-year-old one. So there's lots of lovely details. You get loads of different options. Great fun for your figure painting. I love Warhammer stuff so much. There's lots of different weapon sets. You can make them up as different variations. What does it say? It says it builds 10 Orc Boys, a surly belligerent troop choice for your Orc armies. You can build 5 Orc Boys with a slugger and chopper, 3 with shooters, 1 with a special weapon, and 1 boss knob to lead them. And you've got a choice of, you can equip one of them with a big shooter or big booms with a rocket launcher, and the boss knob comes with the helmeted or unhelmeted options and a choice between a nasty power claw or a big chopper. Always go for the big chopper. So there's lots of different options. If you're building up an Orc force, you can get a couple of these packs and really make them varied, or just get them for the fun of building them and painting them, because they are great fun to paint. If you've never tried, if you want to get practice at brush painting, Tabletop Miniatures are a great place to learn how to brush paint, because they're just designed for it.
Especially if you've got a big chopper.
Yeah, always go for the big choppers and the big shooters. See, this is why we need Colin here, because he can say all this in the right voice. He'd be like, big shooter, big chopper, big chopper. Where's the boss? There's the boss with his big... No, he's got a big power claw. So yeah, it's a Games Workshop. Say him?
Power claw is not the same. Yeah.
Nah, power claw. Nah, it's not the same. You need a big chopper. So that's the Games Workshop Boys. There's lots of other Orc stuff in stock as well. So if you're building up an Orc army, go and check them out. And last of all, we have the Trumpeter 1/200 scale RMS Titanic with LED light set.
I've seen that before somewhere.
It's that one. It is, of course, the legendary.
It's sending shivers down my spine as we speak.
Are you getting flashbacks, Ted? It is, of course, the legendary, legend in its own lunchtime, 1/200 the Titanic kit from Trumpeter. Yeah, been out, about 2 or 3 years, I think?
Yeah, nobody's commenting in chat, and Anders Ericsson said, did chat die, or is it me? I think they're all just really concentrating on trying to find out what the link is, Anders. I think that's where
it's not that hard. So it's the legendary Trumpeter Titanic. which is just got a billion-ty parts. But this is included. It's got the lighting kit included with it. Look at all that. That's giving me the shivers. That is. Oh, I don't do electrics.
I am coming back with mine. It's just that life has got in the way at the moment. Every time I come out with the intentions of putting it back on the bench, something else happens in my life. So there we go. So,
yeah, get there in the end. But yes, if you want a fantastic model of the Titanic that's approximately the same size as a small child.
It is really. It's as big as Skyler, the box.
Yes, it's what, 3.5 foot long?
Yeah.
Almost 4 foot long?
4 foot long.
Yeah,
it's
4 foot long.
It's a single piece hull, so you don't have to put the hull together in 2 parts.
Yeah, that is one good thing about it. I'll let you do the talking about this kit, Ted, because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, basically it's a trumpeter kit, and there's nothing really that's. Yeah, a lot of the purists will say it's all wrong. It's all wrong here. This bit's wrong. That bit's wrong. But yeah, for a kit, build it straight out of the box. You'll still have a fantastic model to display proudly on your office bench or your shelf at home. But
as long as it's a big shelf.
Yeah, there you go. That's the single piece hull.
Mm-hmm.
We can confirm that when it comes in the box almost fits, just about fits in the back of a Mini.
Yeah, it does.
Just about. You can just about get the boot lid shut.
Yeah, provided you don't turn left on the way home because you can't see out that window.
And you don't have a passenger because you need to put the seat down.
Yeah, just keep turning right, and as long as you get home.
Yeah, it's got a whole boatload, if you pardon the pun, boatload of the photo etch.
Yeah, there's lights, photo etch, everything's in there. All you need is just glue and paint, shake the box, and a cracking model falls out. I
do love the fact they've made the lighting look like oldie worldy yellow incandescent bulbs rather than like modern white LEDs.
Yeah, there's one or two things you might want to change regarding the lighting when you come to build it, but you can build it as they say, straight out of the box, or you can pick up little bits and pieces and do it yourself.
Yep. Yeah. And if you do get yourself this kit, I would strongly recommend you also go and get yourself some either Easy Line or the Ammo by MIG rubber rigging wire. Don't use thread because thread makes a nice model look like rubbish. Use proper Easy Line or Ammo by MIG rubber rigging because there'll be a lot of it.
Scale Model Ninja says, does it come with a realistic iceberg? It did, but it went in the gin.
Yeah, it went in the gin. It doesn't really give you a sense of how big the model is here, but it is just massive. I mean, you need somebody stood next to it.
It's but it will be coming back. Yeah, those that you're waiting for, it is coming back. I do have plans, and it's coming. But yeah, I'm gonna be building it live, so we'll see how it all goes together, and ask questions, and we can chat as we try and do it.
Yeah. Right, well there you go. Well, that's that one. So that's just about everything. I think we've got a picture of there's a person to give you an idea, but they're a long way away. So
yeah, that was the initial release pictures, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Prior
when it's first.
A couple of years now. But
yeah, but how long have you been building it, Ted? About 3 years? That's how long it was.
Yeah, long enough.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's all of them. So I shall go through very quickly again, and then we'll go through. So we started off with the FMS 800mm P51D Big Beautiful Doll remote control easy assembly plane. We have the Big Plane Kits Bombardier CRJ 700 plane that we didn't know what to talk about with it. We have the Revell 187 Big Boy locomotive. Everyone likes a big boy.
Big boy.
We have the Tamiya 116 big scale US main battle tank M1A2 Abrams MBT massive big tank. The Games Workshop boys, and then the Trumpeter 1200 RMS Titanic with LED light set. So I shall say I'll come back. I'll just how do I stop it adding but without getting rid of it?
You go.
There we go. I shall let Chris do that, and I shall say what is the theme for tonight? A go.
Bombardier. I like that.
Bombardier. Always sounds like it shouldn't pronounce the B in the middle. Bomb. Don't overthink it. I've gone into Colin mode tonight, so it's nice and simple. And I will give it to the Bobbins, who is straight in with bigness. Yeah, bigness, big things, bigness, big stuff. bigness.
Retro
I lit-
Rabbit says big things that Fox can't afford.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
That's
Well, I
right.
could afford the Orc Boys. So yeah, I literally wanted to eModels and put big in the search engine, and this is what came out. So well done the bobbins. Tedward, could you please send the bobbins his little vacuum tube pod
Yeah,
of
I
nothing?
think I've cleared that blockage in the pipes up there. So there we go.
There you go. But on the way to your bobbins, please make sure your vacuum tube is ready and waiting. Please remove all the hamsters out of it that we may have sent in the past.
I think somebody's left the end of the vacuum tube open. It's got stuck again. So
Oh.
yeah, can you just check your vacuum tubes, everyone? Make sure
Yeah.
they're all.
Give it a good just in case.
Yeah, that's
Get
it.
your plungers out. So well done, bobbins.
Yeah,
for
he
winning
says,
nothing.
"Yay, I won nothing." Well done.
I'll quickly explain, although I don't really need to, but there's a joke involved, so I'll do it anyway. So we have.
Yeah, Sarum said, I said that ages ago. Yes, but you said it too soon.
Yeah, that means you get your finger of shame.
Hang on.
Finger of shame is deployed.
Shame.
Figure of shame.
Yeah, if you answer before I come back and say go, you get the finger of shame.
Yeah.
You see.
Them
Right, so
the
yes, so
rules.
we have the P51D Big Beautiful. It's fairly obvious. We have the Big Planes Kit Bombardier. Fairly obvious. We have the Revell Big Boy.
Big boy. Big
The
boy.
Tamiya main battle tank. This one's a bit more tricky because it says somewhere in here it's part of their big scale tank series.
Yeah,
So that's a Chris. It's in the description somewhere. The boys, another one. It's in the description. You can give them big shooters,
that's getting a bit into Chris territory. That,
yeah,
isn't
a
it?
little
Yeah,
bit of
we
Chris.
need-
It's
well,
Colin with a
yeah.
little bit of Chris.
Everyone needs a little bit of Chris in their life.
But anyway, everybody knows if it's orcs, there's going to be a big something. And last of all, I chose the Titan. Why did I choose the Titanic, Ted?
What?
Why is the Titanic in here?
Because it's big.
There you go.
Big.
That joke was terrible. It wasn't worth the wait. So yes,
Yeah,
the Titanic's in there purely because it's big. It's massive.
It's actually too big to film. That's why I'm troubled. doing it.
Ted's like, I'm never doing a big thing again, and then he does a big thing again.
Yeah, then I
don't
find
know.
that I can't get it on camera because it's too big.
And then he can't get it out of the loft.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The crane comes next week to take the roof off.
So well done to Bobbins for getting
Well done.
that. Sarah Ann does a sad face for getting the finger of shame, but you'll know next time. We give the finger of shame, but we give it with love. It's a nice finger of shame.
The Bobbins has confirmed that nothing has arrived there.
Excellent.
Excellent, good. Yeah, I think all the tubes are sealed up now. So yeah.
Peterberg says in Canada it's pronounced bombardier, which makes sense because it's a French word.
Oh yeah. True,
Bombardier.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. The birdie.
It's just us English going bombardier.
It's much nicer. Bombardier.
Bombardier. Oh.
So
See,
I think-
bombardier suggests I'm throwing something dangerous at you. Bombardier sounds like I'm doing some kind of dance or I'm serving you a dish of some sort. Good evening, sir. I am your bombardier for the evening. Would you like the noodles or would you like the frite with the horse and the...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, I think we've got one more thing to do before I fall asleep and go
Oh,
down from.
I think we know where the hamster went. Retro Rabbit's just said, crap, something arrived in the tube. You got the hamster then, sorry. It might be
Can you
dead.
Yeah. Can you send it back if it's alright?
It could be worse. It could be half a hamster.
Yeah, if he's alive, send it back. If he's not, you can keep it.
Yes, we have one more thing to do before Ted falls asleep. We have a giveaway, a prize that you can be
Giveaway
winning
time!
yourself this time next week. Is that the
Ooh,
Rebel
I saw
172
one
Lockheed
of them
Martin
this week.
F-16D Fighting Falcon? It's a plane.
I saw one of them this week flying down Lake Windermere.
Yep. Now, it's another one of the Revell's Tiger Meat line of fighty planes. It's like something where all these different countries send a plane with a tiger painted on it and they all get together and go, hello, let's have coffee. And then, I don't know what tiger meat is. You may have noticed.
Yeah, a special tail they call them. Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it basically just they all meet up together and they all have a sherry and... I don't know what the point of tiger meat is, but they all paint a tiger on their planes. This is the Turkish one, apparently.
I've got a Facebook thing where it bleeps every time somebody puts on. There's an F-16 taken off from Coningsby. It's heading your way, and it comes up. So you sit on the lake and Past. Brilliant.
Would you not just know because it goes when it goes past?
It's too late then. You've missed
Too
it.
slow. Something's gone past. Yeah, thanks.
Actually, quite
So yeah, so you can win the. Have you got some pictures of the actual bits and? But you've been through them, haven't you?
I just went through all the pictures. Look,
Have you scrolled? It's behind
Yeah,
my
so-
camera. I can't see anything. So.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. We were too busy talking.
it's got
We were
bits and
talking about
planes and wheels and
magazines.
wings and what more do you need in a
Now,
plane?
I built the Revell Typhoon, the new Typhoon, and it was quite a good kit actually. Yeah, I think that was level 4. Yeah, the Eurostar, the Eurofighter. Typhoon. Eurostar. Yeah, the Eurofighter Typhoon. I built that one by Revell, and it was
God,
actually quite nice.
Can you imagine a fighter plane made by Eurostar? Jeez. That wouldn't be good.
There we go. But there we are. Yeah, you can win this. Yes. All you have to do
Paul D. Tomasa says he likes the look of that kit.
yeah. So
Lockheed. Anders Ericsson says Lockheed Martin. Is there also a Lockheed Steve?
Yeah.
And the Bobbin says Tiger Meet is a big NATO exercise, and each year someone does a spectacular paint job on one of their planes. Okay. Tiger Meet.
That's a thing then. Yeah. So yeah, all you have to do is wait until this video goes live, then go across to YouTube and comment on it, and you can put a comment about
Tiger.
anything. Yeah,
Tigers.
Tigers.
Yeah, tiger
And-
jokes, tiger facts.
Yeah, and
Either
amusing, but not
tigers or
necessarily
meat.
correct. Or feet.
Tigers or meat.
Tiger feet.
One of them. Or feet.
In
Anything
fact,
that
just
rhymes
comment
with
about
tigers
glam
or
rock
meat.
in general would be fine.
There's anything wrong with tiger?
Tiger, the other spelling as in the Russian steppes, plane, tiger, liger.
Just make a comment about tigers. Anything will do.
Yeah, keep it family friendly. Give it 5 or 10 minutes after the show's finished, and let the show just become a normal video, and then you can put a comment on there, and we will pick a winner next week to win that tiger feet. I mean meat.
That's it. Yeah, tiger feet. That was a song, wasn't it?
That's why I said do a comment about glam rock.
Yeah, glam rock. That's it. Yeah.
That's every glam rock rhythm ever.
Oh, I've got an earworm now. All right, yes, it's that time again that I'm about to fall asleep. That's even before I've had my tea. So we're going to leave you for tonight, and hopefully Colin will be back with us and make a foursome next week. And we'll see you all in at the same time, same place on a Monday night. And soon after that, we're having a bank holiday, aren't we?
Oh, don't know. It's that time of
It's
year again.
sometime, but I don't know quite yet.
In the meantime, don't forget to go to eModels.co.uk and buy all the things. And if there's anything you want that you can't find, drop them in a contact form message and they'll get it in for you.
This coming weekend, the clocks do change in the UK, so timing might be a bit different for you if you're elsewhere in the world next week.
Yes.
Yes.
It'll be 9 p.m. GMT.
Yeah. Yes.
No, that's what it is now.
No, sorry, BST. Yes, right. 9 p.m. BST, not GUMT.
Yeah, British summertime. Well, it's spring forward. Yeah, clocks go forward. So yeah, just check your timings for next week if you're in a different country and time zone to us. But until then, until next week, and we'll see you all again. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Adios, amigos.
Where's my
Bye. Like and subscribe.
Yes, don't forget.
And knock me hat.